Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talk Tactics Podcast, where we break down tricky grammar concepts into simple, understandable bits. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Oliver. Today, we're diving into the wonderful world of verb tenses. Don't worry if you've ever found them confusing. By the end of this episode, you'll be a pro at understanding simple present, simple past, and simple future tenses.
That's right, Oliver. Let's start with the simple present tense. This tense is all about what's happening now or what happens regularly.
Exactly, Sophia. For example, I walk to school every day. Here, walk is in the simple present tense because it's something that happens regularly.
Right. And don't forget, with third-person singular subjects like he, she, or it, we add an s or s to the verb. Like, she walks to school every day.
Good point, Sophia. Now, let's talk about the simple past tense. This tense is used to talk about actions that happened in the past.
That's correct, Oliver. For example, yesterday, I walked to school. Walked is in the simple past tense because it happened in the past.
Absolutely, and remember, regular verbs usually just add ed to form the past tense, like walk becomes walked, but irregular verbs have their own special past tense forms, like go becomes went.
Precisely, Oliver. Now, onto the simple future tense. This one's for actions that will happen in the future.
You're right, Sophia. For instance, tomorrow, I will walk to school. Here, will walk indicates the action that's going to happen in the future.
Exactly. And don't forget, we can also use going to talk about future plans. Like, I'm going to walk to school tomorrow.
Spot on, Sophia. So, to sum it up for our listeners, we have the simple present tense for what's happening now or regularly, the simple past tense for actions in the past, and the simple future tense for actions in the future. We're delving deep into the simple past tense. So, grab your metaphorical shovels, folks, because we're about to unearth some linguistic treasures.
That's the spirit, Oliver. The simple past tense is like a time machine that takes us back to events that have already happened. It's all about recounting past experiences.
Precisely, Sophia. Let's break it down further with some examples. Consider this. Yesterday, I played soccer with my friends. Here, played is in the simple past tense because it refers to an action that occurred in the past.
Exactly, Oliver. And how about this one? She sang beautifully at the concert last week. Sang is in the simple past tense because it happened in the past, specifically last week.
Right you are, Sophia. Now, let's talk about forming the simple past tense. Most verbs just add ed to the base form to create the past tense, like walk becomes walked.
That's true, Oliver. But remember, there are some irregular verbs that don't follow this rule. For example, go becomes went and eat becomes ate.
Absolutely, and it's essential to familiarize yourself with these irregular verbs to use the simple past tense correctly.
Definitely, Oliver. And don't forget about negative sentences and questions in the simple past tense. We often use the auxiliary verb did to form questions and negatives.
Right. For example, did you enjoy the movie? Or I didn't finish my homework.
Precisely, Oliver. So, listeners, remember, the simple past tense is like a window into the past, allowing us to recount past events. Just add ed to regular verbs, but watch out for those irregular ones. And we're embarking on the final leg of our verb tense journey.
That's right. In this third and final part, we're diving into the exciting world of the simple future tense. So, fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a linguistic adventure.
Right, Oliver. The simple future tense is like a crystal ball, allowing us to predict and talk about events that haven't happened yet but will occur in the future.
Absolutely, Sophia. Let's illuminate this concept with some examples. Consider this. Tomorrow, I will visit my grandparents. Here, will visit is in the simple future tense because it indicates an action that hasn't happened yet but will occur in the future.
Exactly, Oliver. And how about this one? They are going to travel to Japan next month. Are going to travel is also in the simple future tense, expressing a future plan or intention.
Precisely, Sophia. Now, forming the simple future tense is relatively straightforward. We often use the modal verb will followed by the base form of the verb.
Right. However, we can also use going to express future intentions or plans. Like, I'm going to start a new job next week.
Absolutely, and don't forget about questions and negatives in the simple future tense. We often use the auxiliary verb will to form questions and negatives.
That's correct, Oliver. For example, will you come to the party? Or I won't be able to attend the meeting.
Precisely, Sophia. So, listeners, remember the simple future tense is your ticket to envisioning what lies ahead. Whether using will or going to, you can confidently talk about future events.
That wraps up our exploration of verb tenses, folks. We hope you've gained valuable insights to enhance your language skills.
Indeed, keep practicing, keep learning, and don't forget to join us for more linguistic adventures in the future.
Until next time, happy language learning.